aquí
Mr. Clopton, your
con
attention,
Hogwarts Legacy.
please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Ahí estoy
The goal of
en
today is to
Hogwarts.
remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely. As broom flight
Este es como Madame Hooch
a means of
de
transportation.
la película 1.
This, I fear, some of you have forgotten.
Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it?
Y es asiática la profe,
Let's see how
supongo por
well
el
everyone
tema de
kept up with their
inclusión.
practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your
Arriba.
weight on the seat.
Arriba. Bueno, estamos jugando Hogwarts Legacy. Ya estamos con el juego un poco avanzado.
Thank you.
eh,
Now, your turn.
pero no hemos transmitido, creo, nada de eso antes. Entonces, para dejar un poco el registro aquí del juego, que está muy chévere. Ahí dice que con la tecla de arriba, arriba, arriba. Eso, arriba. Arriba, doctor.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
A ver, maestra. A ver, sube, doctor, sube. Están los Gryffindors. Y yo soy Slytherin.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
A ver.
Good. Now,
Uf.
for your first lesson,
A ver,
climb
se va.
each ring in the courtyard.
Uh.
Do take care.
Ah.
Rings are school property. I want them returned
Qué
in
loco.
one piece.
Me recuerda al Play 1.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Al de Play 1
Nice balance.
se volaba. ¿Cómo acelero? A ver.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Claro. Vamos ahí. En el Play 1 había también como volar, pero era automático. Aquí como que eres más libre. Toggle fly speed, dicen. Ay, hoy se pone como en crucero. Uy,
What a view!
qué chévere.
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
Una bestia. Qué bacán.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Oh, casi me doy. Chéverazo, está una bestia, la verdad. Modo crucero.
Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
A ver, vamos ahí.
Brilliant!
Yo voy más rápido, pero...
Oh, well done. Have a moment.
Yo voy más rápido.
I
Dice
say, I watched
doctor.
you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging.
A ver, pues.
I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton.
Eric
I'm
Clapton dice.
suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class.
¿Me escapo o no me escapo? Preguntemos.
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't even notice. Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest. Follow me.
Como que no me dio opción, pero bueno.
The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out.
Los Hufflepuffs.
My taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Speed bursts.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Tips and
La lechucería.
This is
No, aquí donde se mucha Cho-chan con Harry.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back.
Vamos de ahí en picada, en picada, en picada, en picada.
Dismount here.
Un crack. Un crack, señores.
And
Chévere,
where
chévere,
have you
chévere,
two been?
chévere. Puta madre.
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Claro.
Heavy points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future.
Soy nuevo aquí. No me pueden hablar.
That was some rather good flying.
Yo soy nuevo aquí.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Sí, YOLO.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could.
Sé que compro
I
una escoba.
recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
A ver si me compro una escoba. ¿Qué será que hacemos ahora? En el mapita que dice, a ver, y ahora Secret Rooms, no sé. ¿Será que me presta una escoba? A ver, Kagawa.
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Slytherin should serve as a deterrent against future escapades. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells, so please keep an eye out for an owl from me. You're also welcome to drop by any time with questions.
Tengo mail.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Dinerillo, dinerillo.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Todo el mundo quiere que vaya. A ver, señores. Vamos al que dice que es urgente. Al de las pociones. Professor Weasley. Aquí me dan con Fringo, aquí me dan... Sí, aquí vamos... Quests. Y vámonos para... Viajemos con Polo Flu para allá. Señores. Listo.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 17...
By the end of it, the minister magic was out.
No, it wasn't.
Ahí está Pips.
Won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer
Pips, el fantasmita jodón que sale en los libros y que no sale en las películas. A ver. Le cogió la chiripiorca a mi pana. Vamos a la clase. Aquí, profesor Weasley.
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Tengo que aprender algunos hechizos para poder continuar con las misiones de la historia. Ah, la sala de menesteres que sale solo cuando la necesitas. Se hizo famosa en el quinto libro del Orden del Fénix.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Camina bien, pues, hoy. Que vamos, aquí es donde sale Malfoy con el armario desvanecente.
This is the room of requirement.
La sala de menesteres.
It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall,
Revelio.
focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell.
Evanesco.
You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
A ver. Como el movimiento, a ver, dice... Evanesco. Muy bien.
Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
Evanesco. ¿Dónde está Evanesco? ¿Cuál es? Lumos. ¿Qué tenemos? Celeste. A ver, es Vanesco, sí, sí. Vamos a ponerle en vez de incendio.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Revelio.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to.
Lumos. Essential Revelio. Protego. Ese con triángulo. ¿Este cuál es? Basic Cast. Stupefy. Acá tenemos Magic, Ancient Magic, Ancient Magic y acá. Y el Lumos. ¿Cómo hacemos Lumos? No, qué burro. Aquí era pelearmos. Ya. Y acaba Evanesco. Y en vez de Leviosa, ¿cómo hago para que se ponga?
Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate.
Protego! Yes, Professor.
I wait for you here for ages. Perhaps you assign a few more parchment. Then you let me know if you want to try to meet next. Sincerely, T. ¿Quién será?
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. 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 Levioso.
Ah, mira. Mira tú. Vamos a hacer aquí o aquí. Y aquí vamos a ver si podemos saltar. Claro, pues mi doctor. Your gear slots are full. No sé cómo.
Revelio. Revelio. Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Expelliarmus!
Revelio. Accio. Accio. Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? Revelio. What was that? Was that a golden stitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Revelio. Accio.
Un pedacito de chocolate, pa.
Revelio.
¿Dónde está el snitch? Ay. Chocolatito. ¿Ah?
Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. We hope that house elf can find us in here.
El elfo.
Yikes! Careful. Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most
Casi los elfos de baños.
accident, if ever. Deep-seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Quisiera imaginar este pana.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
So you have unlocked this description. The magical powers of any identified year that you've collected. Okay.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified.
Revelio.
The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring.
Vamos a ver un hechizo.
The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach
A
you.
ver. Vamos a aprender el hechizo conjurante.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft.
¿Para qué sirve?
Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Conjuring spell. A ver. Dijo que ponga la potting table. No hay nada.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
A ver. Thank you.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
De una vez. Profesor. De una vez, aprendamos del otro.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Así es.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson. It warms my heart to see your interest in herbology, dare I say, blossom.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor? Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
I have some questions about alteration, Professor.
Yes?
Thank you, Professor. I have no more questions.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
No sé qué más hacer. Vamos que me quedo dormido.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio!
Muy bien.
Protego!
Oi, can you help me?
If I could undo all that happened that day, I would. Away from me!
A ver.
Over here.
Doc. Sebastian.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would save her. Accio! So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in almost daily. We've never been caught.
Incendio! I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course.
Ominous.
Spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may
Enseñar
take a
con
while to get
Fringo.
the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Con Fringo. Cuando aprenderemos del Avada Kedavra.
Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though.
Con Fringo. ¿Este cuál es? Altering. ¿De qué me sirve esto? No entiendo. Poner una silla. Aquí está, mira. Avada Kedavra. Crucio. Y Imperium. ¿Dónde está con Fringo? Aquí está.
Best to keep the Undercroft in.
Bestia, güey.
Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels. Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it.
I think I've got it.
Well done.
Space. Chut. Destruye todo. No deja nada.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. So this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
If your sister is unwell, she may not want visitors.
Meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs. Trust me. She misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too.
Very well. Let me know when and I'll meet you.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the Portkey, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry. hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Vamos ahí. Última misión del día.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes. I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
A ver,
The room
señores.
is called the Map Chamber, by the way.
Otra vez.
And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh,
Revelio.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
A ver. ¿Qué dice? Otra vez al cuarto este donde, bueno, no transmitimos, pero hace un tiempo estábamos peleando aquí con arañas, con unas criaturas mágicas. Y encontramos unos mapas, pero faltaba el resto del libro. Vamos a conseguir el libro ahorita. El Broly.
This looks promising.
esa nota.
A map.
A ver.
There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent.
No entiendo nada. ¿Y ahora?
If only you were here to see this.
Aquí estoy, pues. Aquí estoy, doctor. Ah, ya. Rackham
Hello,
aquí.
Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy.
Está como el
The location
Dumbledore.
of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
Sí.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however,
Básicamente todo lo que
bodes well.
hicimos
The trials
era
were
práctica
designed
nomás.
to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
Bueno.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces. Traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have.
El lechuzas.
Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until
Vamos a la
then,
torre.
be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
Vale, abuelo. Me la saco, güey.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Charoto también, todo el mundo quiere enseñarme cosas. Chuta, y toca viajar acá. Vamos a ir a Hogsmeade. Aquí es el trial. No. World map. Vamos, tenemos que ir para... Uy. Está en la recontra verge. O vamos a aprender las clases de vuelo. A ver si llegamos en escoba. En escoba. No, no me deja. Hogsmeade map. World map. Bueno, toca caminar. Es la eliminación de Masterchef. Así que vamos ahí nomás. Chuta madre. Es que puedo cruzarme nadando. En el frío de la noche. Hijo de madre. Estamos a 600 metros, hijo de madre. Se va a dar pulmonía, maestro. Vamos a acabar aquí la transmisión.